insight on the causes and consequences.
Is the peer group influence. Peer group. You know, when they leave the home, they now go to school. The people they interact with, if they are involved in it, the student there, that youth or that very person be involved in it.
Medical practitioners and some parents condemn the act and call on government to take drastic actions.
There are prescription drugs. What I mean by prescription drugs are drugs that you don't just get over the counter. You need a physician to prescribe with indication and dosage and all of that, duration of your medication. But these days when we see that people go to pharmacies to purchase all sorts of drugs, even those that are contraband find their way into the market. There's need for government to secure our borders. There's need to restrict access to some of these illicit drugs.
Aggressive actions that need to be taken to tackle this menace. You cannot tell me the government, some of the government agencies are not aware that they're not smoking their hand publicly. They should not be allowed to continue. They should discontinue it by arresting them publicly.
Intake of hard drugs, you all know, is harmful to health. Don't take any drug if not recommended by the medical doctors. Idleness is the devil's worship, and it's what leads them to those taking of hard drugs and others.
Also contacted Chief Imam, Nigerian Air Force, Umar Mohammed Saminu, gave insight on their efforts to discourage young people.
All we do is try to identify some strange kind of movement, some strange behaviors, and some strange attitude. When you see them begin to isolate, begin to become violent among their peers, then we identify them, we isolate them, we investigate, we counsel. Where we identify or discover, we refer them if they require therapy.
Concerted effort has been said to be the best of measures to tackling the trend of intake of hard drugs by young people. Lucky Osakbawa, Edo, EBS News.
Also, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has seized 16 containers of substandard drugs and unwholesome tomato paste at the Onne port in Rivers State. The consignment, worth over 20.5 billion naira, was handed over by the Nigerian Customs Service and includes banned codeine syrup, tramadol, falsified diclofenac, and counterfeit erectile dysfunction drugs. NAFDAC Director General Professor Mojisola Adeyeye said the agency remains committed to safeguarding public health despite threats and intimidation faced by its officials. She warned of the severe health risk posed by fake products, including poisoning, cancer, and organ damage. Professor Adeyeye commended the Customs Service for its collaboration and urged Nigerians to remain vigilant and report suspicious products. She assured that NAFDAC will continue to strengthen enforcement and keep unsafe products off the market.
And now the Federal Road Safety Corps in Ondo State says it arrested over 15,000 traffic offenders between January and July this year. State Sector Commander Dr. Samuel Ibitoye disclosed that 15,145 motorists were booked for over 15,000 offenses, including speeding, seatbelt and helmet violations, overloading, and phone use while driving. He noted that FRSC officials operate daily not only to enforce traffic laws but also to carry out safety checks and public awareness campaigns. Ibitoye stressed the need for a shift in driver behavior to reduce road crashes. The commander also urged commercial drivers to install speed limit devices, describing them as vital for saving lives, reducing fuel costs, and prolonging vehicle life. He warned that speeding remains a major cause of road deaths in Nigeria.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in Bauchi State has arrested 2 suspects over the vandalism of railway infrastructure in Tafawa Balewa local government area. The arrest followed credible intelligence received by the command on July 29. NSCDC spokesman Saminu Yusuf said the suspects were intercepted with a white Peugeot J5 bus loaded with 80 pieces of vandalized railway sleepers and 4 bags of charcoal. He said the operatives acted swiftly to stop the illegal act. State Commandant Olayede Oyerinde commended the team and reiterated that Corps' commitment to protecting national assets. He also warned vendors to desist and urged the public to report suspicious activities to help curb sabotage.
And back home in Edo State, the All Progressives Congress in Edo State has officially flagged off its party's senatorial campaign for the August 16, 2025 by-election. EBS Government House correspondent Moses Agboma reports that the ceremonial flag-off witnessed the symbolic handing over of the party's ticket to the senatorial candidate Joseph Ikpia to represent Edo Central Senatorial District.
Crowd of supporters from the 5 local government areas and 51 wards in Edo Central converged at Okwoji Demonstration Primary School field in Uromi, Asan Northeast Local Government Area to identify with the party in a ceremony to officially flag off the APC senatorial campaign by-election scheduled for August 16, 2025. Edo State Deputy Governor Dennis Idahosa, Director General APC Campaign Council Victor Edoro and other prominent leaders of the party rallied support for the party's candidate Joseph Ikpia to continue to sustain the legacy of Senator Kwebolo, who last represented the senatorial district before becoming governor of Edo.
This election is not about Joe Ikpia and any other person. It's about Akpakomiza and every other person.
We are going to digress into the nooks and crannies of Ezaland to bring a vote from all the corners in Ezaland.
We are here to flag off the senatorial campaign that will take Senator Joe Ikpia to the red chambers. Forget about what you are hearing in town. We will deliver this local government.
ESA people must vote in a way that it will be clear that all those who went against APC, they wasted their money.
We are sending another strong message. This senatorial election is settled by the grace of God.
Governor Monday Kwebolo noted that the campaign serves as a prelude ahead of the 2027 election, assuring that Ikpia will continue from where he left.
We have put this one aside. This is a test of the microphone for 2027. Before 2027, there will be no other party in our state. So Abuja, direct.
The symbolic handing over of the APC flag was passed on to the candidates, who in turn gave his acceptance speech, promising to be loyal to the people as their representative in the upper chamber.
I want to thank all of you and to assure you all that by the grace of God, I know your desires. I know all your desires. Youth empowerment, security, agriculture, healthcare, education. They are key. And I'll look and address all of them accordingly.
Earlier, APC leaders led by the governor visited the palace of the Onoji of Uromi Kingdom, His Royal Highness Zaiki Anselm II, together with the traditional rulers of Asan land to seek royal blessings. Moses Agboma, EBS News.
Also, the Coordinator Office of the First Lady of Edo State, Edesili Anani, has stressed the need for unity and collaboration among women in Edo State as it remains a key to impactful initiatives and development. She spoke while addressing APC women stakeholders, including women leaders in Edo Central Senatorial Zone of the state. As Juliet Samuel Aseng has details.
Gathered here are women political leaders and stakeholders in Edo Central Senatorial District. Reasons for gathering include strategizing to ensure massive win for the All Progressives Congress APC come Saturday, August 16th, Edo Central Senatorial District by-election, and forge ways for the greater good of women in the area.
So I want to thank all of you now. Today we dey here for Ikpia, for him. Because now our governor come up for that chair, We want another of our governor person to sit down for that chair. As our governor they work, now so that one man go work for us. I want tell you now, say I beg, August 16th, every woman tell another woman.
For the coordinator office of Edo First Lady, Edesi Anani, women supporting one another and lending their voices to advocate for shared vision brings more positive results. She urged the women to turn out in large numbers to cast their votes for Joseph Ikpia, who flies the APC flag.
When woman support woman, the country go progress. We go come out, go support man when time come. But when our own come, we must support our own. Because when she dey power, now all of us dey power.
Juliet Samuel Aseyin, EBS News.
You can watch EBS on Star Times channel 113, GoTV channel 141, and terrestrial channel 45. For the latest news and information, visit our website at ebsng.com. Join the conversation and listen live at ebsng.com/radio. Subscribe to EBS on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X at EBS Benin. The news continues now.
Each night in the nation, stories develop. And no matter where or how you end your day, EBS is there. Doing what it takes to keep you safe and informed. That's why August 4th, history begins. EBS Tonight is not just another news show, it's a 2-hour, no-holds-barred, non-stop news takeover.
House is why we establish this
Interviews, reports, analyses, sports. We're not playing catch-up. We set the pace. From the streets of your city to the ears of the world. This is where major stories break. This is where the truth hits harder. And if you're not tuned in, you're missing the future of news. EBS Tonight. We don't just report it, it's more than news.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has called for stronger collaboration among all stakeholders to combat electoral fraud in future elections across the country. The resident electoral commissioner in Osun State, Motio Agboke, made the call while speaking with journalists in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, this Sunday. Agboke questioned the roles played by other stakeholders, particularly the media, security agencies, civil defense organizations, the political class, and religious leaders during elections. He lamented the increasing violence before on the election day. He urged key players to wake up to their responsibilities and do what is necessary for the advancement of Nigeria's democracy.
Meanwhile, the Social Democratic Party has filed a lawsuit against INEC for rejecting its candidates ahead of by-elections in 12 states. The party says its candidates were validly nominated and accuses the electoral body of acting beyond its powers. This development comes as the SDP faces an ongoing leadership crisis. A new faction led by Adamu Modibo has emerged, but rival leaders have rejected the move, calling it unconstitutional and warning against what they describe as illegal actions. Amid the chaos, the party has suspended several top officials, including former chairman Shehu Gabam, and expelled former Cardinal Governor Nasir El-Rufai for alleged anti-party activities. The SDP says it remains focused on justice and internal reconciliation.
In another development, Governor Monday Okpebolo has promised to repair the deplorable roads in Edo Central, which he inherited from the previous administration, led by Godwin Obaseki. The governor was speaking during an inspection tour of several failed road portions across Edo Central Senatorial Zone. As EBS Government House correspondent Moses Agboma completes the report.
Inspecting more roads in Edo Central Senatorial Districts, including the Onewa, Udomi, Ibiolulu, Fada, Idumoza, Eko, Waya Ewora roads with spurs in New Agbo and Iloshi Road within Uromi, Esan Northeast local government area. Governor Okpebholo expressed concern over the poor condition of the roads, which he said were critical to the state's economy. He assured the people that his administration will soon commence work on the roads, starting with palliative measures to make them motorable.
From here, you can get to Agbo, Asaba, Onitsha, and other parts of the eastern part of Nigeria. The road is so bad. You see the way it is now. So I felt that since this is a critical road, that we should fix it.
The governor further vowed to complete the ongoing reconstruction to revive economic activities of affected areas, a burden he inherited from previous administration.
See, this is the only thing I inherited from Obaseki and the PDP government. I have no option than to fix this road now. We are going to march our ways with action. By the grace of God, we will start this work and we will complete it.
Governor Okpebholo rounded off his inspection with a visit to the Western Farm Settlement, a 400 hectares of land now cultivating maize for human and industrial use. Moses Agboma, EBS News.
And moving on, in the time past, graduation was only celebrated after one's academic journey climaxes at the university level or in other major higher institutions of learning. However, therefore, we have gotten to the present situation where graduation ceremonies are organized especially by owners of private schools or even children at the Montessori level with the associated huge financial burden on parents and guardians. EBS Benedict Okate took this issue to the streets of Benin City and came back with his findings. Let's take a look.
To celebrate graduation in the past was only done after the completion of university and other similar higher education, with a dignified photograph in one's academic gown and cap was usually taken, which would proudly be hung on the wall at a vantage position in the house for family members and others to see and acknowledge. That was a privileged position everyone looked forward to attain as one commences the academic journey from primary to university level. In recent times, however, it is observed that when children complete kindergarten class, you will see them in full graduation regalia, gown, oversized caps, with almost all of them not conscious of what the development is all about. Similar graduation ceremonies are now also organized for children from nursery to primary to secondary, and not just with songs and smiles, but with full-blown graduation parties and hefty levies and other expenses attached to the obvious financial discomfort to so many parents. What is your thoughts about graduation ceremonies, which seems to have become a tradition, especially among private schools?
You need to know what is going on in some of the settings when it comes to graduation ceremony in schools. The real drive is that some people want to use it to get fun. Even within the setting, go to investigate probably among the teachers. There's rift among them of who should handle what, because it's all about the day.
Some people say they're so close now. But if they want to give gifts, now people graduate, now they give gifts for this school.
The people who know they graduate, they go see me, they pay money. I don't know why reason they pay. Even my daughter, I know they graduate, I pay. I just 2 years plus, I just say pre-KG. My beginning, they say 18,000.
Actually, you know they graduate.
You know they graduate.
Can imagine people they graduate, how much they come?
I know, not people they talk so.
According to that brother, me myself, I pay 15,000 for the one where they graduate. The one where not graduate, I pay 10,000.
Good class then they.
Nah, the other one now just a primary 5. Why the rest na PKG?
This school proprietor speak on why the initiative.
Graduation is all about ending of an academic section and the beginning of a new chapter. So we celebrate children from KG entry primary, from primary entry secondary, and those in secondary leaving because I just ended a section of a school. A child must graduate. I'm aware of some persons that will say, I don't have that money and I won't pay. Why some would like to advise them, you know, Christmas is coming, you can buy the cloth for the child for this graduation, and during Christmas season, you use it.
In spite of the argument the owner of private schools may want to put forward to justify the graduation ceremonies and the associated huge financial burden in addition to the existing child love school fees they are charging, some concerned Nigerians appealed to the State Ministry of Education and other regulatory bodies to promptly intervene towards checking the growing excesses of private school owners in the name of graduation ceremonies, which many now call yearly graduation fever for so many parents and guardians. Benedict Okati, EBS News.
Away from that to another, fervent prayers have been identified as a strategic tool to a transformative society by shaping individual lives who will in turn contribute to national development. The Coordinator Office of the First Lady Edesili Anani made the assertion while speaking at the 23rd Annual Diocesan Mothers Union and Women Guild Conference of St. David's Anglican Church, Irwa. Juliet Samuel Asen reports.
The Coordinator Office of Edo First Lady Edesi Anani, while emphasizing Christian women's pivotal role in nation building through prayer and service, explained that any situation can change with prayer,